If you're a fitness enthusiast or a personal trainer looking to start an online fitness coaching business, the number one question you probably have is, how do I know if the niche that I'm going into is a good one? And how do I decide on who I want to help? And I've got a simple 3-step process to help you nail it. And I'm going to keep this so super simple. You'll be able to have clarity by the end of this video. First thing I want to teach you is that marketing is 70% knowing who you're talking to. So we have to be laser focused on who's on the other side of the camera. I'm not talking to mindset coaches right now. I'm not talking to health practitioners. I'm talking to fitness coaches. All right, that's who I specialize in. And knowing that, I exactly know what to say and what not to say to connect with you. So this is the very first step, just knowing who you're talking to. So how do you decide who do I want to talk to? Because you can probably talk to men and women and people that want to build muscle and lose fat and get strong. You've got a wide range of tools in your toolbox because that's what personal trainers are meant to do. When you're in the gym setting, you get all sorts of different clients. We typically don't get to be picky when we get into the industry unless you're already way ahead of the game. So the very first thing we need to figure out is, what am I passionate about? And the reason we want to figure this out is because people want to buy specialists. Nobody wants to buy the generalist. No one wants to hire an online fitness coach. They want to buy the guy who's the first 10 pounds of muscle specialist, right? I was nicknamed the skinny guy savior, right? I specifically help skinny guys, nobody else. That's what people are looking for. So who am I most passionate serving? And this should be somebody that you could serve the rest of your life for free. All right. If someone put a gun to your head and said, who are you going to work with the rest of your life? That's the person you want to work with. And I'll give you one more little test you can do to nail this. I call it the coin flip test. So if you're trying to figure out fat loss or muscle building, this or that, I want you to put those two options on a coin and I want you to flip the coin. You're going to catch the coin, and before you flip it to see which you turned over, ask yourself, what did you hope turned over? All right? And whatever you just said there, that's your answer. So you know deep down what you want to double down on, but sometimes we're just afraid to give ourselves permission to own that and go after it, right? I had all this imposter syndrome around helping skinny guys build muscle because I did gain a lot of muscle, but I still wasn't the biggest guy in the gym, so I didn't feel qualified to start a YouTube channel on helping people build muscle. I mean, I did go from 149 to 190, but 190-pound dude in the gym, I mean, it wasn't like I was the biggest guy in the gym. So that's why there's hesitancy around who your one person should be, all right? Once we figure out who your one person should be, that's step one, we move to step two. It's, what are you most credible on? What do your friends come and ask you for advice on? And when I talk about credibility, I don't mean you got to be on stages talking around the world and having, tons of letters behind your name or a gazillion certifications. You need to be able to promise on what you're promising. That's it. My whole brand was built on helping skinny guys gain the first 30 to 40 pounds of drug-free muscle. Why? Because that's what I'd done on myself. That's what I'd done with clients that I worked with in the gym. So my credibility was rooted in that. Had I helped people lose weight? Absolutely. Did I help older people gain strength? Absolutely. But we're forming a triangle here. So while I was credible on that, it wasn't what I was most credible on. And it wasn't what I was most passionate on. So see how we're now connecting the two: passion, credibility. We have to have those two things a 10 out of 10. So what are you most credible on? I can help guys lose fat, build muscle. I can do it all. I'm a recomp guy. I can help the girls build the 𝗏𝗏𝗏, the guys get abs. But which one are you the best at? What thing do you want to be known for? Who do you want to be the hero to? So when you start to think like that, I want to be the hero to skinny guys. Like the beginner skinny guy who's never in his life ever had a muscle building transformation. That's my guy. Because I remember that transformation changed my life forever. Building muscle changed my life. I didn't gain 40 pounds of muscle. I gained 40 pounds of life-changing muscle, and you could hear it in my energy, right? This was my brand. This is why my brand was so big, and I made so much more money than guys who are way bigger than me, because I was so passionate about helping that one person. That's why I was named the skinny guy savior. And this isn't just about the money, but it's why I made so much more money, because people connected with me, like that's the guy. So passion, credibility. The final one is what I call ravenous marketplace, which just basically means where's there a gap in the marketplace? And the gap means where is there someone going to bed at night with a problem, crying themselves to sleep because they can't find a solution. And I looked around and there were a lot of like muscle building coaches, but there wasn't like a lot really specializing on the first 30, 40 pounds of muscle. It was more like I'm a muscle building coach. Like if you guys go online, there's a gazillion, literally gazillions of muscle building coaches, right? But there weren't a lot of guys that were doubling down on the guys at the very beginning of their journey, and not just the beginning of their journey, but who wanted to do it in a way that was my philosophy, which was less hours, without bogus supplements, and without drugs. So not only was I targeting a specific person with a specific problem around my credibility, but I was doing it in a way that was unique, right? Most people were teaching 6-day splits. I was teaching full body workouts. Train smarter, not harder. So that's the niche that I carved out. That's how I dominated that one space. I got clear on my passion, I got clear on my credibility, and I got clear on where is there a gap in the marketplace that I can fill. And if there's other people fulfilling this gap, that's actually a good sign, because it means they're making money. So you don't have to be the only person. The whole concept is to just fulfill in an area that's got a limited supply of people catering to it. And by the way, even if there's a bunch of people catering to this space, fitness people are weird. We jump from coach to coach, program to program, workout to workout. So even if they work with another guy that does what you do, guess what? They're eventually going to come around to you, and that's a good gap to fill and be in. So that's it. That's a simple formula for how to do it. You don't have to make it any more complicated than that. And the last thing I will say is that you just need to decide and press forward. Right now, 17 years later, I'm creating business content. This wasn't my plan. I spent 12 years helping the skinny guy, right? And then I moved on to this. And during that process, I was talking about living large outside of the gym. So your niche can change as your story changes, as you evolve, as you outgrow your audience, etc. As you grow, you can change your niche. But right now, you need to double down with everything you got on those 3 things, and don't look elsewhere for 10 years. Like, you got to get laser focused. Put the blinders on, serve this market, go all in, because you're competing against people who are already all in. So if you kind of tiptoe in without the conviction and certainty that this is my person who I'm going to serve better than anybody else, and I'm going to dominate and carve out this marketplace and make me the king, you're not, well, you can do okay, but you're not going to get to the top. That's what I want to say. I hope you found this video super helpful. If you need help finding your niche, getting started, launching your online fitness business, this is what I do. I got an incredible team. There's a link down in the description. You can click that, get more information on how we do it. There's an application form. We'll set up a one-on-one consultation call, and we can find out where your business is at, where do you want to take it, where are the gaps, put together a roadmap, and we will help you change your life and build the most incredible business that provides locational freedom, financial freedom, and time freedom. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. If this is your first time here, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos, and smash that like button, letting you know that you got some value from this. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.